like, are you sure we don't want to?
I'm positive. I'm positive.
Hello, it's Kathleen. P. Yay. Good evening.
My favorite time of the month.
We're already, you guys, talking with each other about what we want to do for next
month.
So, anyways, hi everybody. I'm so excited to be back, and today we're talking about fruity perfumes.
Yay. Fruity, lots of different fruits. I feel like we have I feel like we have a very good variety of many different fruits.
I was kind of excited. I was trying to play off your list because you're always super organized. I was like, okay, then I can fill in the gaps.
Well, my collection is not near as big as yours, so I feel like when we get some kind of like theme, I'm like, oh, well, I have to go with these because it's really all I've got in my collection.
I don't know about that, but I laugh because she like whips it out, guys, like in 6 seconds. And then I'm like, well, wait. But that you're right. I was kind of like, well, there's a lot of
choices.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices. And there's one I picked and I'm kind of like, that was not fruity enough. So if I'll touch on it, but now that there's other better ones out there. So
yeah, and I will go ahead and say also, we posted on Instagram probably about 2 weeks ago the perfumes that we planned on talking about so that y'all could get samples if you wanted to, because we had talked about like the smell-o-vision aspect of it and how we can have like a sniffing party. One of the perfumes that I had on my list, I was not thinking. And I had like a little 2 ml of it. I have a bigger perfume of something that has a similar name to it. And so, oh yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I don't. So Southern Peach Tea is not going to be talked about because I can't even find my sample other than it's good.
It's good. And we're also going to figure out a way to, somehow distribute the list a little bit. Like, if we want to do the samples, figure out.
And if y'all have any ideas on that, let us know. Whether it's in the live chat or if you're watching this at a later time, just stick a comment down and let me know and Abby know, like, what, how do you suggest we go about doing that? If you are one of the ones that are interested in getting, a list ahead of time and samples so that you can kind of smell along with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I want to hear. I know I want some of that Southern Peach Tea.
I know, it's really good. Sorry. I'm gonna mess up somehow, and that was it.
Okay, what fruit do you want to start with?
Or you want me to start?
Well, of course.
Okay, let me pull up my little. I did some screenshots so that I said the right.
I have some notes too.
Okay. So the first one I talk about is from my favorite house.
Oh.
What's my favorite house? I ask Abby every month, see if she remembers.
I know it, but now it's a Roma.
Yes, Perfume Roma. Very good.
I was like, I know it, but I do not. I was like, oh, Roma.
Very, very good. Okay. Lots of reasons why I love this house. They are very, very highly concentrated in their oil. They actually suggest that you spray and rub your arms together, which nobody else does that I have heard of, because they're so highly concentrated in oils, and it helps, the scent permeate more. I also love them because they have a couple of different sizes. So you can get the very big size like this, which I have a few of. And then you can also get I believe this is 18 mils. Yeah, 18 mil size, which is like this.
And the 18 mil, you got me shifted over to there because I don't need any more.
Right.
But that one it's lots of perfume.
It is.
And I mean, like, great for travel. Like, even though I like the bottles, I'm like,
You don't need a lot. I'm down to like a very small amount in this one, but other ones, I'm like, you don't need a lot, just a couple of sprays. But this one is Dulcis in Fundo.
I have it.
Yeah. Yay. So you can smell along with us. Okay. It's easy for me to describe. Fragrantica. Now I know that's not always correct in what they list as notes, but all they have is vanilla and citruses. And to me, that's exactly what this smells like. It smells like a creamsicle. To me, it smells like the Hey, Stephanie, the old school, like they probably still make them, but the ice cream bars that have the vanilla in the middle and then they've got that coating of like orange ice cream on the outside. That is what I smell when I smell this.
And it's so edible. Like I sprayed it like up on the top of my, I went to Fumery when I was doing it. I was like, oh my God, I just want to eat it.
But it's not like a juvenile, like that you're actually going to go around smelling like an ice cream bar. It's obviously more, elevated than that. But it's the closest thing that I can think of to describe it is a creamsicle.
It's delicious. And I don't know. That was one of my favorites because you sent me for the Encanto. Is that what's right? Or
the Encanto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I laughed because I was like, oh wait, I'm in love with this.
It's so good. I am not usually, I love a fruity perfume. Y'all, I feel like I'm shedding. So if I'm picking at my chest, I feel like it's because I got hairs coming out everywhere. I am not usually big on citrus. So like very heavy lemon, very heavy orange is not really my thing, but this, it works because it has that kind of sweet vanilla in with it. It's so good.
It's so good. And I feel like that one, most people, I don't know.
I do think it's more out of the line in general. It is one of the more mass appealing ones because I do suggest sampling Perfume Aroma. It's to me, I mean, they can do no wrong, but they can be a little different for some people, especially if you're used to more, mainstream scents. But this one, I do feel like out of most of them, at least out of all the ones that I have, it is the most like mass appealing.
Yeah, it's delicious. I love it.
So good.
Ooh.
So good. All right, what's your first one?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with mango.
I kept trying to get a sample of this and I couldn't.
So first of all, this is actually mango sticky rice bottle. Okay, so if you guys, does anybody love that? Like that's like my splurge. Like when we go eat Thai and my daughter will get that, I'm like, oh, good, she got it.
That's what I'm always like. Don't you want dessert?
My daughter always says, I always blame it on her. Like, don't you? Yeah, exactly. Right. So this is Killian, and this is Moonlight in Heaven. And I was like, again, there's some mango ones that I love to eat mango, one of my favorite fruit ever, but I really love this one because there's a freshness to here.
Okay.
So it's got, there is going to be some citrus, there is going to be almost like a clean, it has a tinge of soapiness. So like at first I was like, oh, that doesn't go with mango sticky rice, but that's just the opening, like to give you like this, it's hot and you want something that's a little refreshing. Then when it dries down, it has rice, it has tonka bean.
I love the rice note. I love
the rice note and the tonka in here. So it's going to dry down into like this delicious mango sticky rice, but because it is the mango sticky rice, the mango isn't going to be like super like hello. You can smell the mango, but it's very subtle. It's so good.
Is it sweet? Is it super sweet, or is it more?
It's going to be a little bit sweet, but no. So for people that don't like super sweet, I want you to remember that there's rice in here. There's a rice note. There's a tonka note. There's vetiver in here. So some woods and some tonka. So I would say it's going to like dry down to a little bit more of that like rice / you're going to have
like a starchy.
You're going to have that mango kind of laying on top. So you're definitely going to smell the mango, but it is definitely creamy. Like when you dip, when you eat that little bottle, it's like that sweet mango, but it also has the almost, I don't know if it's condensed milk or cream, but you know how they put something on there that I'm just like, oh my gosh. So if you like the idea of that, and you're going to smell that rice, and when you're cooking rice, and it smells like so good.
That is what I'm trying to find, a perfume that is linear and just smells like that.
Yes.
Because I love that. I love that scent.
like you walk in if you haven't been and then somebody's cooking rice, it smells so good. Like there, so it has that kind of aromatic. And this one is really, I like how she said back to black. Yeah, that is like, these ones are really like unique and delicious. But this one, I would say mango sticky rice in a bottle, definitely worth going and getting a scent. But it also has this, I don't want to say soapy note because that can turn you off, but there's a freshness to it. Okay. So it's going to be uplifting. And I think sometimes when people think of fruity, they do think juvenile.
Yeah.
And I would say this is definitely adult.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be pleasant, and it's really fun to wear because you're going to get one, you know, opening, and then you're going to get a nice dry down that I think you would like the dry down of.
Oh, I can't believe I have not smelled this. Like, I really can't.
Here you go.
Yeah, right? Wouldn't that be so nice? I mean, eventually, probably in our lifetime, that will happen.
It will. I'll be like, here you go.
I need to smell that for sure. But also, if anybody is watching and knows of a straight rice, specifically basmati rice, if you because when that is cooking and I walk in, it's heaven to my nose, and I don't need any other notes. I really don't. I don't need anything else but that scent. So I am on the hunt for.
Now I'm on the. I feel like there is one that I've read about that, or you know what I mean. That okay, I'm gonna put that a little note over here because that'll be fun to track down.
It will be, because I will devour it if it really does smell like that. Okay, what do I want to talk about, y'all? This is gonna. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Ooh.
Here. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna talk about the one I have on today next. And this one is fairly new to the market. And what I have found is extremely polarizing. I feel like you either like it, hate it. And I think the ones that hate it, maybe some of them really do hate it. But I also think they're not letting it get to the dry down before they make their decision. And I don't even say dry down like 30 minutes later. I'm talking like when I spray this for the first 5 seconds, I hate it. Like there's something in that first 5 seconds and I'm like, oh, I can't handle it. But it literally lasts 5 seconds.
And then you and I both said this. Like I was like, oh, and then we were both like, oh
my goodness. Yes. So and now
it dissipates.
It dissipates very quickly. I'm talking about Amouage Guidance, y'all. And the fruit in here is pear. That's the main fruit that you're going to get. This is what I have on today. It is extremely complimented on my skin. Like I get compliments. It's not near as knock you down as other Amouage scents can be. I feel like I could even overspray this and it wouldn't be too much.
Yeah.
Y'all, it smells so good. But it's mainly, to me, it's pear and hazelnut.
Yep.
Like that's the main two notes that I get out of it. Do you get anything else out of it?
Okay, so I do want to identify because I was trying to figure out that first note. So briefly, like it's so brief, but there is this note that we are both like, oh, and then we were like, oh, it's so good.
So good.
But there's not cumin in here, right?
Nope, no cumin. It has ambergris on the dry down, and sometimes ambergris cannot work for me, but it does in this. The only thing on the top, it says olibanum, hazelnut, and pear, and I don't dislike olibanum, so I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it is and even when I'm smelling this, I can't smell it. It's only when you spray it.
Yep. And maybe that's it. Maybe like the little bit of the ambergris. There's like a little. Unusual is a good, but unusual like in this good way that it's
like a mysterious. Oh, what are you wearing? Way, But once that goes away, I have had nothing, like I said, but compliments on this. I really enjoy smelling it on myself all day. I find myself reaching for it a lot, which even after the initial spray, when I got it, I thought, okay, well, yes, I do like it once that goes away, but maybe I won't wear it as much. I actually wear it a lot, like compared to what I thought.
And this was one that when it got it, sprayed it on, and I walked over to the dog store, and it probably smells like dog food a little
Right,
bit.
right.
But I was like, they were like, "Oh, you smell
Yeah.
really good." And then it made me kind of like, I was like, "Oh, I was already liking it on the walk." Oh, it's only a few blocks. So I'm saying this is quick, but it wasn't one that you're going to go, whoa, instant love.
No.
I think this,
It has to be worn on the skin, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't even think you can go into a store that has amouage, put it on a blotter and smell it and be like, oh, yes or no. No, it has to be worn on the skin, because to me, it kind of transforms a little bit on that. And when it wafts in the air, I mean, people really respond. So even if you're not someone who cares about getting compliments, because I don't really they're nice, but I wear, my perfumes for me. I really still think it's worth trying and just, wearing it on your skin once and seeing in the bottle. This is like one of my favorite bottles in my car.
We are both like
bottles in general, but this color, that taupe and pink, oh, it's so pretty.
It's so beautiful.
So this is what I have on today. Highly, highly, highly recommend and love.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with my pear.
Okay.
I picked the pear too, because when we decided fruit, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this one because of pear, because I did not know, but I really like the note of pear in fragrances. Like this was kind of one where I was like, oh, didn't think about it. And I think because pears are not overly sweet.
Right. Not by themselves. No, I mean, like canned pears can be, but yeah, just a fresh pear is not going to give you that uber sweetness.
So, okay. So this is a brand that I really like, Ex Nihilo. And I also like it because if you are a crazy person like me and like to layer, get the body lotion and the shower gel.
Yep. You have all those options.
They have these little mists that then you can kind of alter your fragrance. So if you're going to, some brands, you can go down the rabbit hole, but the fragrances themselves are amazing. So I really like this brand and so many of them. This one is Gold Immortals. And this one, I'm also a fan of the peony fragrances. I tend to like those. Okay. So I would say it's peony and pear, but peonies aren't like a strong, pear's not a strong fruit. So to me, this is very sophisticated. It is very, let me see what I said. It's kind of light and airy and sweet. There's some jasmine in here. There's also, oh no, I'm like, whoops, no. I'm skipping. There's some musk and there's some amber and there's some tonka bean. And so if you guys have been to our lives before, anything with tonka bean in it, I tend to like, because I think, Mandy, you would like this because it's got some of this warmth and the belly here. But it is going to start out sort of light and airy, little bit sweet, and then you're going to get this really pretty kind of musk, warmer dry down that's really pretty, and the pear is going to stay throughout. It sort of smells like a French perfume a little bit. There's a little bit of glam in here, a little bit of that French chic to it. And I don't know, this was one that I just was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
How much I loved it.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me feel a little bit I would say has that kind of glam chic thing, but very wearable.
Yeah.
And I just really love it. It's a really good pear, peony.
I've really been liking musk lately. I have been I've really been, I don't know, drawn to the scents in my collection that have a very strong musk note.
And so we're getting a question, which is a good one, because this is a funny one. And can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I was like, so have we tried Amouage Sunshine?
Yes.
I have a funny story about that one too. So tell me what your thoughts are.
I love it. I don't have the full bottle, but I have Amouage samples are really good size. This is, which one is this? This is Love Mimosa, but they're very good size. And I have probably 3 of these. I actually went to North Carolina on a 1 overnight trip last week. And that's what I took with me for my and it was so nice. I love it in the heat. But I still also think it performs in, cooler weather. but it's really nice. I actually really like it. It's probably next to Guidance, my favorite. Well, I don't know. Guidance, Sunshine Woman, Love Tuberose, Overture Woman. Y'all, I can't pick my favorite. I really love Amouage, but it is a very likable Amouage.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
So when I first, Amouage has a lot of notes, and they're kind of like, they're definitely not like when you're first stepping into a brand, you're like, whoa, this is so much. And it's tobacco and apricot and I don't know, what is it, honey, or
it's got a honeyed feel to it.
Yeah, it feels so. It was like super hot. Like I had just gotten the sample and it had been in the heat. So it was like, ooh, the samples is putting it on. And I was like, whoa, like wow, whoa. And I was like, I don't know if I could carry it off. Do you know what I mean? So you put the sample away, think about it later, come back to it, like, I don't know, 6 months later, and then you're like, oh my God, I freaking love this one. I need to get a bottle, and I love the sunshine and I like
the yellow bottle, and
chewy. It's like a density chewiness.
It's so good. It's so good. It's very unlike anything else I have.
I think I would say that's one of the most unique ones, at least I think, out of like, especially that's a good fruity one too.
It is. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't pick that. Probably because I needed to stop at like 6 or 7, but
I know we were laughing before we got on. We're like, well, we don't even, now that I pulled the ones, I was like, oh, I don't even think this one goes, I'm like, I could have done much better.
Well, I mean, we've got good lists though. We've got a good list.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go off of that peony comment that you made and talk about this one. And this is one that is so far on the other end of the spectrum of what you would think that I would like.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Like, I love a fruity perfume, but if y'all know, I like that deep, like really warm, boozy type scent. This is none of that. And it's from Hermetica or Hermetica. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I was like very surprised on this.
Love this one. And I thought that I wasn't going to, but there's something, it's just so bright and like happy. It's such a happy perfume. And it's Peony Pop.
And so I was actually surprised that I was a little, I thought you were going to say this other one, but
there's a lot from this line that I like. But this one is probably the brightest out of all the ones that I've smelled from them. And it has blackcurrant, grapefruit, which I'm usually not a grapefruit person. It has raspberry and plum. So it's full of like fruity notes. But it also has the floral edge to it. It has, osmanthus, which can sometimes smell like apricot. So you still got, a little bit more fruit. Has the peony, lily of the valley, jasmine, iris. There's quite a few notes in this. But it is just a happy scent for me.
It is a happy scent.
And it is probably the epitome of a fruity floral. Out of all the ones that I'm talking about, this is probably the most one. And Hermetica is like one of those more like natural, clean. I don't think they use like alcohol. And usually, well, and I've been eating my words because By Rosie Jane is not this way either. But I feel like in the past when I've gotten more clean perfumes like that, they don't last on me. And I remember the first time I tried this, I put because I didn't know if I was going to like it on the skin, I just put one spray on each arm and it lasted over 12 hours. And to me, when I say it lasts, it doesn't mean I put my nose up to my skin and I can smell it. It means I can be walking around and I can smell it. And most definitely long lasting. And again, not what anyone would think that I would like, but I'm very pleasantly surprised. And I have worn it a few times just this month alone. And it's very happy, very summery.
But we were also talking, which I love, is how we were like, we've evolved. Like there's certain sense.
I mean, there's some things that I will always love and always go to first.
Yeah.
But I do think that, the longer you're on this kind of journey, the more your nose evolves and the more it appreciates,
I think that there's certain notes where I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't even smell it because I'd be like, no,
Right.
and then, or not smell it, but and then be like, oh,
Yeah.
Now
I
now
actually
it's
like
just
them.
like
Look, I have like 5 perfumes with that note in it, and yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We got Kate was talking about Xerjoff Acento overdose, which is like lovely. So then you're giving me the segue for my Xerjoff that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so this one is La Capitale.
Oh, y'all, excuse me while I go under my desk because I do have a sample of this one.
Okay, and this one is going to be strawberry, caramel, peach. I mean, again, Xerjoff has got a lot of notes going on, but wow, this one has got some leather, saffron in here, vanilla, and benzoin. Like this one has a lot. Okay, so at first I was like, ooh, strawberry. I like strawberry, but there's a certain strawberry and even like watermelon. I'm not so sure if I want to.
Good.
Kind of think of like maybe it'd be sort of synthetic.
Yeah,
because it's got this caramel. No, it's definitely sweet.
It is sweet. It is definitely sweet.
This is sweet. Okay, so it's going to have that, but because of this leather and saffron in there, it is going to settle down. So you're going to right now you're going to be like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely like, woo, knock you down. And I've worn this before. But the saffron, I think, is giving it like a very bright, like it's very balancing with the sweetness of it.
Because at first, I will say this is edging up onto the sweet. This is you're going to be fruity, okay?
Yes.
So it's fruity, sweet, but sometimes we want that. But I would say like this edges into maybe feeling a little bit young, and then in typical kind of Xerjoff, it's going to dry down into more of an adult, sophisticated scent.
Yeah.
Very, that warmth with the vanilla and the benzoin and that base and stuff and that touch of leather. And I'm not somebody who loves leather on myself.
It has to be done right and mixed with the right notes.
But I think in this case, this could go, you needed this to balance out the sweetness.
Yeah.
So that I was trying to go fill in the gap with a different fruit. So I've got a strawberry one. I've got
this works. And I will say, so strawberry, when you said synthetic, and I'm asking everybody here, because I know we all love perfume, and maybe somebody has smelled something that I haven't. Because another thing that I'm looking for, and I'm well aware that this is uber synthetic. And here's the thing. People have told me, oh, this smells like it. Oh, this smells like it. And I get it. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. So I need something that truly smells like the 1985 strawberry shortcake doll. Okay.
Oh my God.
That is what I want. We all know what that smells like. We all know what the strawberry shortcake doll smells like. It's synthetic. It is sweet, but it is very nostalgic for me. And I really I know it has to be out there. It has to be out there.
Yeah.
I want a scent that smells like that. And again, I've been told certain ones and then I get it and I'm like, yep, that's not it.
Okay, we need to find that. Like these are some fun treasure hunts.
Yes.
And then I was laughing because the House of Sillage, that was another strawberry one I was almost gonna pick because you're right. Like this one, the La Capitale, she says it's a little too powdery for her.
It can dry down that way, yeah.
It's gonna dry down. So you kind of have to like, I wouldn't say it's strawberry powder though. That's what I'm saying.
No.
It's not gonna be that. And this is a beauty, but it isn't something that I'm going to gravitate, towards all the time. I got to be in the mood for it because it is on the sweeter side, and it's got a couple notes that I don't always feel like agree with me, but it does fit the bill as far as a fruity perfume.
It's very, I feel like it's very popular too. Like it's
yes.
When people talk about Xerjoff fragrances for sure.
Ooh.
Okay. Have I 1 through 3?
You know what? And then now that you're saying, I'm looking for a special birthday perfume.
Yes, she is.
and I don't know what I want.
So you get no specifics, no kind of.
I want a feeling. It's sort of a big one, and I kind of want like I'm mature and wise, and I'm still can be. I want to be a sexy bee, but no. I have no idea. She's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I have no idea."
I know she's like, "I don't know," and I'm like, "Let me think about hundreds of ones that I could think of."
Since you're looking, strawberry shortcake doll.
Basmati rice and strawberry shortcake, and y'all, I mean, like it is a scent. It really is. It's a specific synthetic. Zeus says hi. Scent.
Yeah.
Yes, the blueberry smell from the dolls as well. Y'all, I cannot get enough. It will take me back to my childhood like nothing else will. So if anyone knows, please tell me.
I think this is fun because when you're reading reviews, that's when you will read those kind of like strawberry or you'll get some funny ones. And so whenever I see any, I'll tag it and be like, well,
please do. And then it'll be one that I've tried, like Annabelle's birthday cake from Marissa Zappa's. Everybody said that. I'm like, no, I smelled it. I actually don't even like that one. I thought I would, but I don't.
It's funny because that one I went to Scent Bar and I smelled it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it. And then it turned on me while I was in the store. Yeah, I was so relieved because I literally was like, oh, I'm getting some.
Yeah, no, there was something that did not work out for me at all.
And what about have you Nishane, have you done Ani?
Yes, I have tried that.
I thought that would be one you'd go gaga over.
I do. I have gone gaga over it. Look, y'all, my list of want is very, very long.
Okay. Okay.
And that is on it. That is on it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I do really like Nisha. I like that. And I like 100 Silent Ways.
Yep, I love that. That would have been a good peach one.
Yeah, it would have. I can't I feel like I've talked about my peach ones so much. I don't even have a peach one.
I got the peach over here.
Because I've talked about the ones that I love so much because that's one of my top 5 favorite notes of all time. All right, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to go on to the next one. Let's see. This one I only have a decant of, but it is really good. And again, I've talked about on my channel, like when I have a lot of decants and I keep track of them on my Fragrantica page. And I have, I think last count 120 decants. So quite a few. 5 decants to me are either 5 mil, 10 mil, 15 mil. And when I finish a decant, if I'm still thinking about the perfume, then I will get a bottle. This one is from Narcotica.
Oh, yeah.
Have you smelled it? Okay. It is Dulce Diablo. And again, I just have a little decant. But this is, y'all, I mean, come on. It's Mandy. The first 2 notes on Fragrantica are rum and cognac.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love my little booze hound over there.
I mean, I can't. Zeuser, you're fine, buddy. Oy. Oh my goodness. So but really what this is a boozy chocolate apricot. And that's the main fruit is apricot. But it has chocolate, dried apricot, cacao, honey, sugarcane, Davana, which I have found I really like perfumes with Davana in them.
Yes, it's a really interesting note.
It really is, and I feel like so many of my favorites have that. Vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, patchouli, all the good stuff. But I get a boozy chocolate apricot. It's so good.
I feel like I could pick out, like when I smell the boozy ones, I'll know if it's a Mandy or not. I'll be like,
rarely is it not?
Well, yeah.
I mean, if it's got prominent, liqueur notes in it, it's probably going to be one I love. And this is no different. This is super sweet. Okay. Yeah. It is boozy sweet. It is not boozy warm. It is not like boozy unisex. This is sweet.
You want booze and you want sweetness.
If you want booze and you want sweet, this is one to check out. And I just talked about in my last perfume haul video, Genre Perfumes brought out one that's very similar to this. It's which I bought the full bottle of, but they're out of stock right now. So it doesn't matter which one you get, but it's very, very, very good. And this one is a little boozier than the genre one. So
I love it.
So good. I'm just gonna be over here smelling this, so don't.
I know. I was like, this is funny. A yummy cake like doll hair.
Oh. Vanilla Absolute, yes.
Yeah,
I do like that
one. Okay, we'll talk about our most sophisticated fruity scent, I think, after we get through the list. Does that sound good? We'll go. We got. Okay, what do I want to talk about next? I guess I'm going to go. What fruit did you just do?
I just did apricot.
Yeah, I was like, what? I'm going to go back to peach then.
Okay.
And this is one that you love and I love. We both. It's a no-brainer one, but. This is Madurai.
Yes. Is it Madurai? I say Madurai. Am I
Madurai? No, you probably Madurai. I swear I heard somebody say it the other way.
I should Google it.
Okay, but
it's an actual place. But
yes, this is a place, and not only the bottle gorgeous, but this does not. It doesn't matter. The inside of it is so.
It is.
I think it's one of my most favorite peach fragrances ever. Like
it's high up there. It's not my favorite, but it's high up there.
Gosh. Okay, wait. What is your favorite? Because I'm kind
Dialogue of Venus.
Oh, yeah, that's what. Okay, this one, jasmine, peach,
so good,
creamy sandalwood. There's some clary sage, suede. It's light, airy, sweet peach explosion. But do you also agree? Like, there's something that again, kind of going back to in hot weather, there's some freshness.
It is a little bit. I don't know where this Madurai, or I probably should know where it is, but you know what I like envision? Sometimes like a place comes into my head, sometimes like a texture or piece of fabric, sometimes a food. This is giving me like Mykonos vibe.
Yes.
There's something about it that just brings that vision up into my head.
Well, and our friend Deb Rosen.
Yes.
She's in the Mykonos, and that's so funny that you said that, because I've been watching on her Instagram and like her pictures, and I was thinking the same. Like it's just
something about it.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
But this one, so many people like this. I think another one is, you need to like peach. If you don't like peach, then
you're not going to like it. Nope.
Okay, so I have to say that first. But this is a really gorgeous, great peach scent. And, I love it.
It's another one that I feel like out of a lot of the memos is an easier one to like.
Yeah.
Because I love Memo. I have 3 full bottles from them, but out of all of them, I think that this one's probably the easiest to like for a bigger audience.
Yeah. Have you smelled Centra?
Oh yeah.
That's easy that's a pretty easy.
Yeah.
Your favorite peach
is Pierre Guillaume, Dialogue with Venus, which I didn't talk about this time because I've talked about it before, but this is it is a milky, lactonic, creamy peaches and cream is what I get with this. It is a peaches and cream scent, and it's heavenly, absolutely heavenly. So Pierre Guillaume, which makes amazing fragrances, and a lot of them.
I laugh because I just bought another one and now I can't find the bottle. But
another what? Pierre Guillaume?
Yes.
Which one did you buy?
That L'Orchidée.
Yes.
You're going to love that one.
I've smelled it. It's so good.
Okay, because I laughed, and when I did it, I was sort of like, this is more of a Mandy than it is me.
It's so good. That's on my list. The Tonka Bodycon. I have and love. What's another one? Their new one, La Air and La Eros. Have you smelled that one?
No, I haven't smelled. I don't know. There was another one that I got a bunch of the samples.
Remember when I got all the samples from them, and I could not stop texting you about that one. I cannot believe I did not have it, but it's the Aomasi.
Yeah.
You know what it's called? I think. They're so good. That'll probably be my next full bottle from.
I literally pulled it out earlier, and I was thinking about you, and then I'm like, now I can't find it because I was searching for my move. Like it's one of these bottles. It's kind of. Let me see. Here it is. Okay, So anyways, I felt like
bottles.
I was loving, and then I was like, oh, Mandy,
It's,
we have to talk about this.
I need to pull my sample of that. I have a whole box of his samples. I'm right now.
Well, we'll do our little perfume party ourselves. Sorry, we're going.
Sorry, this is how we are when nobody's watching except we're watching. Okay. Which one do I want to do next? We have 3 left. I am going to do one that I feel like everybody has probably smelled. And it is it's a very different fruity note. And I'm so excited because they're coming out with an extract version.
Good. I was like, wait, okay, good. Yes.
Okay. BDK Passes. Y'all,
yes, this is
they're coming out with an extract version.
This one is a yes. We
like
have the extract.
I don't know if you heard me or not, but they are coming out with an extract version. This is a big deal for people who love Passoir. Yeah. Because I love BDK's extracts. I have the Gris Charnel extract, and I like it more than the original. So I have no qualms that I am going to love this one even more than the original. But the original is really good, and it's got quince in it. That's like the fruit.
Quince, yeah.
Quince and orange, but I don't smell orange. Smell the quince.
This was my very first BDK. Like
it was mine too.
I was like, this is like the most yummy.
It is so good. And it's one of Chad's favorites too.
Yeah.
And that says a lot because he doesn't love a ton of my perfumes, but he really likes this one. And I have for me, that's a big dent because when I have as many, perfumes as I have, but I smell the ginger. I smell a little bit of the black pepper, the quince, and then some orange blossom. It has patchouli in it, but I don't really smell patchouli. Do you?
No.
I think it's there just to support in a very, 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 very background way. So if you don't like patchouli, I don't
worry about it. Yeah.
I don't even smell like a little bit of it.
This one is sprayed out. I definitely smelled the ginger.
Yes. And I love ginger in a perfume. Love it so much. Have y'all smelled
Gold Banks?
Yes. It is so good.
Okay, wait. I was gonna.
Did I not tell you that?
No, I didn't.
Ingenious ginger. I'm getting it. I'm getting the 50 mil. It is so good.
We're going off on a tangent, guys, but that was one that I wanted to. That's what I was curious. Okay, so it's really that good.
What
about the Blue Moon ginger one from Kilian?
I haven't smelled that one. How have I not smelled that one? Apparently, I need to get better at Kilian's because I haven't smelled that one.
Okay, but it has ginger. It's kind of boozy. I thought you might like.
Oh. Okay, well, I like ginger in the L'Entrée Rouge from Givenchy, which is one of my favorites. That has a prominent ginger note, but y'all, that Goldfeld and Banks Ingenious Ginger, which just came out, is so good. So good.
I do have a yummy blueberry perfume.
I don't have it, but I know of 2 that I like.
The Poets of Berlin.
That's not one of them.
Okay. I'm going to grab it real quick, but it's one of the Wilhelm, but it smells like blueberry muffin, like lemon blueberry muffin. Why didn't I include that?
I don't know.
She's like,
my 2 are One Umbrella for 2 from Floriku. Smells like a blueberry muffin. And then the Desire and Yacht and Desire from EBK.
Ooh,
also smells like
yes. Okay, Kinga. So Ingenious Ginger. Do we all
get
it?
It's so amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I can't. I need somebody to come help organize my perfume.
If I can get paid in perfume, I will fly out to Portland and help you organize.
You can. I'm serious. I was like, oh, where is that? Okay. But that would be okay. So we all need that. I can't wait for that.
Okay. So good. Okay, so that was my Passoir. I feel like everybody smelled it, but
sorry, I wasn't trying to. When you said ginger,
no, I know. Look, I'm the one that went off on a tangent. I'm just saying this is definitely one that I feel like everybody would appreciate in their collection.
And it's a man eater.
It is. It really is. Because
I swear every guy loves
every guy that loves it.
Okay, now we got blueberries. I love this. Okay. Which one? I'm gonna do one of my absolute favorites ever. And do you know what it is?
Yes, I do, I think.
Because now that you are saying
Can I guess?
some musk.
Musk therapy, I was just about to say.
Okay.
Let me guess.
This one, I just completely went crazy over Anicio musk therapy. It is cottony. It is black currant, powdery, orange a little bit. It's just lovely and comfy. And when you're saying kind of sophisticated, this is going to be powdery. Okay. This is a powder, but I don't know, in the best way possible. Almost it has amped up the powder so much that it's like this hug. Like
it's very comforting.
Like very comfortable.
I like wearing this one to bed.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if you're ever stressed out, let's just say work sucks, you're like, you need like a little hug, but nobody's around. You need to just give yourself a hug.
Yeah.
This one with the black currant in here, don't you feel like it lifts this a bit? I
feel like it gives it a little bit of black currant to my nose is always very syrupy. It's always thick. And I think that it gives a little bit of depth to the powderiness.
Yeah.
Which in turn makes it a little bit different from other powdery scents on the market.
It's so good.
It really is good.
And this is such a good one to layer. Like,
it does.
This is a really nice, oh, good. She's wearing the very, okay, good. Because this one, I feel like you can, you've got this comforting, lovely, powdery sophisticatedness. But if you wanted to play around with kind of layering it with something more floral or even more fruity or anything like that, I feel like it would just pair really beautifully. But I love it.
Yeah. Even if it's like super dark and deep, like a really deep, warm fall type scent, and then putting that on it will just lift it a little bit. Yeah, it's really good for layering.
And I think I'm like halfway through the bottle, which is a big deal for.
Well, I feel like this you can really overspray and it's not going to be.
Yeah, it's so good.
It really is. Like I said, I love wearing this, because I take showers at night. And I like to wear this after I get out of the shower and just kind of bask in it while I'm just hanging out at night before I go to bed. It just is really comforting.
Oh,
okay. All right, I'm gonna do my cherry.
Oh yes.
To this, and this is not one that I'm not going to talk about Lost Cherry. Cherry, I feel like was the note at the end of 2022. So many perfumes that were launched had cherry in them, and so many I didn't love. I tried them and I'm like, it's not. And I do like Lost Cherry, but I feel like that's just kind of been overdone. And so many perfumes have come out kind of trying to be in that same vein.
Yeah, because it took off and then they were like, oh.
They wanted to ride that train and it just became a little much for me. This is from another one that I love, that if you click on the link that I have in my bio, you're going to see there's a big size and then there's a 15 mil. And y'all, the 15 mil is only $35. And that's the one I got. $35. This is from Nobile 1942.
Love that brand.
Yes. And it is Cafe Chantant.
Ooh.
This is a little 15 ml bottle, little baby
how
bottle.
Cute that is.
Which again, I don't need more than this. I mean, any of us that has as much perfume as we have do not need more than this. And for $35, you cannot beat it. This is it's a vanilla cherry almond scent, which a lot of times cherry and almond can be interchangeable. Especially on the dry down, they can smell pretty similar. But this has sour cherry, star anise, which is I love.
So this, I was just thinking of coffee cake, yummy, almond extract,
It's very it's like a thick cherry almond. It's so good. It has, I don't know what this smells like. Laurels.
Is that kind of like a?
It's a leaf.
Yeah.
I don't know what it smells like. I've never smelled it, but it has heliotrope and iris, which the heliotrope gives a little bit of a powdery, sense to it. And I feel like heliotrope can also smell like almond sometimes. Sometimes can be a little interchangeable with my nose. Vanilla, benzoin, musk, again, musk, and patchouli. Another one that I do not smell patchouli in.
Mm-mm.
It's mainly the cherry, the sour cherry, the almond, maybe a little bit of the star anise. It's
I'm like hungry.
I know.
I was like, that sounds really, really
really good, especially for the price. So if you're someone who
and
wants like this is definitely like a year-round one, but I really think it's going to shine in the spring and the fall. But I could still wear it in the summer. You know, it's not like it's not going to be good, but oh, it's good.
what's the you know, the popular La Donza from
Oh
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
brand?
That one is
Apple, green
that one's
apple.
apple. Yeah, that one's like almost apple cinnamon, like an apple
Yeah,
pie.
because I love that one. I almost
Yeah,
thought we should bring apple into it, but then I start feeling like that's fall. Like, but that one's a
yeah.
year rounder, but some from the same brand, which
It's
is
from the same brand, but I like this one even more.
oh,
To my nose, it's really pretty.
now
And I love these little bottles.
I mean, like pass it over, lady.
I know. Here you go. But are these bottles are just perfect?
They're perfect.
Travel.
I think that $35, that's a
right.
Tonight, that's a tonight purchase.
I know, right?
I love it.
All right.
Okay.
Next one.
I'm gonna go with a fig, and I did. I picked up the new Dior.
I want to smell this.
Okay, and this is a good one because I know you're not like a rose girl.
Yeah.
But this would not. I think you might like. I think the thing you might not like about it. This is green notes.
Okay.
Fig and rose.
Yeah, but remember that green perfume that I texted you and told you that I was like head over heels in love with, and you're like, "Who are you?"
I was surprised because that one's very green.
Very.
That's because you just went to Scotland.
I know, but that's still. I'm like, I'm evolving. I'm growing.
So this one, so I had to pick it up because everybody I was getting asked, I was like about it, and I was like, now this is one thing I will say is from the Privé line, they sell the little ones now, and I'm just again, I like Dior, I like some of their things, but now they're so much more expensive now than when I was buying them. So anyways, this was a good way because I kind of was intrigued by the notes. And this fig is like, it's very green. So it's a very like great for, it's kind of a milky fig. It's not going to be too jammy, but the rose in here is I was gonna say this is not like to me that it is not a strong rose scent. Like I don't for you who does I think this would be more like, oh, is this too green for you? But now that you like the other, I was like, do you like fig? That's the question.
It's 50-50. Sometimes it can be too dense for me, like super thick and heavy in a fragrance, and in that case I don't like it. But then there's some fragrances that have fig in it and I love it.
This one is so great just for warm weather. It feels like it's sun soaked. It to me, I feel like the fig is I love fresh figs. Like it's my ultimate favorite.
I love a dried fig. That is
you're gonna see if you ever on my Instagram and it's fig season, I will put it up every day because I love them so much.
Yeah.
But this one, the sun has been soaking down onto it, and there's this very like fresh, almost grassy green note when you open it. Okay. But it does feel like you've walked out into like a rose garden that's being basked with sun. And it's very pleasant, and the dry down on here is very pretty. I wouldn't say it's like, ooh, this would be one where I wish we could just pass it over because I'd be like, you might, you definitely want to smell it. But
well, and Kate saying she normally doesn't like fig, but this one was great. So that makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me want to smell it like more because, like I said, it's very 50-50 for me. It's not a note that I know I always like, but it's also not one that I'm like, oh, I absolutely don't want it in my fragrance. So
I'm so glad because I thought laurel leaves were bay leaves, but I was like, I could see the leaf, but I was like,
it doesn't. The picture on Fragrantica. It does kind of look like a bay leaf. Yeah. Well, now I know what it smells like, but I don't smell bay leaf in it. So, it still stands that I just smell the cherry, almond, and star anise.
Bay leaf is one of those things when you're cooking that like you're like, what does it actually do?
But it's doing something.
Yeah. Like it
does make a difference.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, good. I'm glad, Kate, because I actually really like this one. And like, I like to eat figs, but I don't own fig perfumes. That's not like I don't gravitate towards that either. And so this one though, I think is a good representation for the fruit perfume because it definitely you're gonna smell the fig in here.
Yeah, now I gotta try that one too. Thanks, Abby. Just money. Who needs it? All right. I'm on my last one. Do you only have one left? Okay. This one is from Fragrance Du Bois. I love that.
This is such a good one.
Fragrance Du Bois. And I feel like everybody always talks about Oud Intense.
Yeah.
And I do like Oud Intense. I don't dislike it. It's great. But I like this one more. And this is Oud Orange Intense.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, it smells so good. It's very, and all it says is fruity notes and coconut. I don't really smell coconut in this. And it's hard for me to decipher exactly what fruity notes I'm smelling. Obviously, orange is in here, but it's not like a freshly squeezed, like orange juice type thing because it is very heavy on the vanilla and the musk too. Like I smell a lot of musk in this, and I think that's why I like it so much. It has oud in it, but all of these Fragrance Du Bois ouds are not oudy to me.
No, that's like I think people get upset because you're paying for the oud and then they don't.
And then you're not really.
But then I'm like, I actually was, I think there's some depth to them, but there's,
Oh, no, it's good. It's like, I mean, how would you describe this?
I was gonna say this was like the what was it? The almond, the mounds, with the almond chocolate almond.
Oh, almond joy.
Almond joy.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember reading something about that the orange is supposed to be like the color orange, like the warmth of the, not necessarily like the note of orange. Because I was like, I don't smell the orange. I like when I was smelling it.
I can't smell any distinct fruit.
So I thought it was supposed to be like the representation of the color orange, which is like warmth, and
there is definitely warmth to it.
Yeah, there's but it's in there's powderiness in that one.
There is, and I think that's from the musk. Like I'm smelling that musk coming through. I don't know why I like this more than Oud Intense, but I do. I don't feel like it's as tropical smelling,
and it's less floral.
Yeah, it's it is like. Oh, y'all, what does it smell like? No. I have a hard time with this one because it's just, I don't know. Anybody that's watching has smelled it. Tell me what you think it smells like.
I'm like, now I have to go grab it.
Yes. It's so good.
Okay.
What am I smelling? I'm definitely smelling the musk. I really personally don't smell the coconut.
No, I think I just had read somewhere about somebody describing it, and I thought, I don't know if I'm gonna.
I don't even smell chocolate either. It's very. It's just fruity. It's like a warm, fruity, musky scent. Y'all, I don't know. Did you find it?
What's that?
Did you find it? Do you have it?
No, that's what I said.
But I thought you can't find it.
I went over there and I was like, oh, and then I was like, oops.
Okay, well, just get your nose on this because
I want to go smell it again because I thought I pulled it out before our video, but I did it, and I love it. Okay, that's Operation Cleanup for me.
Yes.
Okay, my last one is an easy breezy, brings me back to like the old days.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was Joe Malone girl. I still like them, but like when it first launched and you couldn't get it in the States, and I was like, ooh la la. And I think this might have been one of the first ones I purchased, but the Nectarine Blossom. It's just a happy-go-lucky, easy scent. And it had the word nectarine in there. And right now I'm like all about stone fruit because it's finally in season. And I was like, if you just want like the easy, clean, like when you were saying like you want to bask in this one, like that's one if you just want to feel happy, and that nectarine and the honey blossom. It's just a really easy going scent that I just thought needed to come out.
It is very pretty. And I love it because nectarines were the one food that I craved with Cortland when I was pregnant with Cortland.
Really?
that is when we lived in Florida for 2 years, and that was when I was pregnant. And I had her down there, and I ate 2 to 3 nectarines a day.
Yeah.
Every single day that I was pregnant. So anytime I smell something that has that scent to it, it brings me back to that. I love it.
Okay, so I ate like so much watermelon with Emmett, because we're July babies. So it's like me, Emmett, and then my husband all in a row. We're all cancers.
AC is a Cancer. Too, but with her, I crave tacos. So, you know, it wasn't near as healthy.
I was like trying to think of a watermelon perfume. I went and smelled. I was like, no, I'm not really into the watermelon.
The only watermelon perfume that I know of is the Dolce & Gabbana Imperatrice or whatever.
Yeah.
That one is kind of watermelon.
Ooh, yeah, cocoa agave. That is really pretty for summer. There's like, you know how I've got like, I still have my basil neroli, like that was like my favorite, but there's always gonna have my little sweet spot. And I know that they don't last super long. That's why
they're not
love them. But I still think there's a time and a place for it. Like not everybody wants their perfume. Like they may not be into it. These are light, easy wears. And I thought that was so like a good fruity one.
Yeah. I think so. Good
We're both like, so we're now thinking about our next theme. What were we just talking about before?
Top 5?
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is good. We were going to do our all-time top 5
to 7. 5 to 7.
I think we should do that because I was already...
Usually we do about 6 or 7. So
yeah,
I think that's what we're going to do because we've done like the summer scents. We've done the beachy scents. We've done the fruity scents. It's going to be too early for like fall scents. Right.
Except for Mandy's ready.
What?
I said she was like, I'm ready for fall. And I'm like,
I'm so ready for fall. That is my favorite season of the year in general, but also for perfumes. So I'm definitely going to have fun with that video. But I just felt like it was a good filler.
Yes.
Theme.
I think that's going to be a good one. Plus, it'll really make me narrow down. So I think it's good.
Yes. If you have any requests for future themes, be sure and let us know.
We love you guys, and we also love your suggestions and recommendations because literally afterwards we are both like, "Ooh, we need to get this."
I know.
So I feel like Ingenious Ginger, we're all have to get that. Any other ones?
Yeah, please let us know any other ones.
It doesn't have to be a fruity one, but we always love to hear what you guys are wearing as well. I get very inspired by.
Oh, for sure. And I've got like my vanille leather didn't come in today. It's coming in tomorrow.
Oh.
But I got a decant of the brand new BDK, the vanille leather, which I cannot wait to smell. I cannot wait for the Passes to our extrait to come out. What is that?
That's the Bohemian Infusion.
Oh.
I
have that.
Wait, the Bon Pop. So you guys, I didn't get that because I already have the one that says it smells similar to it.
I mean, it's in my massive decant thing, but yes, I have a decant of Bon Pop.
And have you smelled it?
Oh yeah. And it's very Bon Poppy. It is, it's popcorn. I mean, you can smell the popcorn.
Oh, it's popcorn. Okay.
I feel like it is anyways. I love Carner Barcelona Tardis. My favorite Carner Barcelona, I love Rima 11 and Latin Lover. Those are my
And I just saw that they were having a sale on the Carner somewhere.
Y'all want to say hi? Look, come here, Zeus.
Oh, is it Take Our Dogs Out? Because I got to show mine too.
Hi. Yeah. Say hi. Susie, come here. He's smelling all the perfume. Oh, that is What About Pop. Bon Pop, though, I do have. Let's see. I'm trying to look it up. Bon Pop. Oh, yeah, that's like the coconutty and the peach. Yes, that's good. Aww.
He's been so upset. Okay, so he's got a little haircut, you guys, now. And look at, isn't he adorable?
Oh, he's so cute.
And you know what's cute is I would love to have like a little dog date because it'd be Big Zeus.
You want to know Zeus would run from your dogs.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're gonna have like.
He thinks he's like the size of a chihuahua, and my cousin brought his French bulldog over, and like Zeus was running around in circles trying to get away from it, like he was scared to death.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I do like this the best wearable oud.
Yes,
that's a great idea too.
Yep, it is.
So, you guys, thank you so much.
I love you so much. Thanks for joining us on these monthly perfume roundups.
Yes. And we'll don't worry, we'll narrow it down. We'll do our top.
Yep. Top 5 to 7 will be next month for sure.
Okay. And then if any of you guys have strawberry shortcake dolls for rice.
Basmati rice and strawberry shortcake.
And then I'm on the hunt for I don't know what. But if you guys have any birthday perfume suggestions for me that you think I must have, that is screaming the essence that I must get, I always love your suggestions. So let me know.
Yay.
Have a good night, you guys.
See you next month.
Bye.
Bye.